Hey, how you doing? David here. So I wanted to give it a brief introduction to the channeling, which is part of this area of the channel on YouTube, the irony. So essentially, a little bit of background for you, how I got into this. So my first out-body experience was the age of 3. And from that point, I've been aware of a personality, not a name around, but a personality that's been teaching and around me since that age, and therefore probably before. So that personality taught me in dreams. I remember specific dreams and having out-of-body experiences, and that person being there to support me and help me. And then about 20 years ago, 25 years ago, I started a healing center to do healing, spiritual awareness and all that kind of stuff. And I was doing a past life regression for fun, essentially. My friend was there, Steve. And now, bear in mind, I've always been aware that Aaron is there. So I know what he felt like in dreams, if you like. And not so much what he looked like. That developed a little bit later. But essentially, so I was doing the past life regression thing. Again, we're just playing around. And there was a tape recorder on the table. And so I went back and Steve just said, all right, let's just talk through this thing in this book, right? So we'd never done it before. And so at one point I felt as though we got to a particular point in the meditation and I felt my consciousness, the me of me, move backwards very quickly and kind of like that. And another consciousness moved forward. And I recognized immediately it felt the same as this person that had been around me. So I was very comfortable. I didn't feel insecure in any way, shape or form. So I felt very safe. And this person began to talk to Steve. Now, Steve was aware immediately that this wasn't me. Everything changed about me, including my eyes, including, my posture, but also the information. So Steve pressed the record button on the cassette recorder. That's how long ago it was. And began to ask questions. And so Aaron just began to tell answers to stuff I had no idea of at the time about the nature of reality, about Steve himself. Answered it for about hour and a half, 2 hours, I think, something along those kind of lines. My experience of that was I felt as though I was about 200 miles that way. I felt as though my mouth was very big. So that kind of like I was all the way back there, but I could feel my mouth, my physical mouth moving. I could feel my physical body in a totally different way, totally expanded and new. And I was also aware of much more information about myself and my own kind of purpose and that type of thing that seemed to exist within that state of consciousness that I was in, that wasn't pressed up against physical reality, if you like. It was very much removed. And so over the course of those 2 hours, that's what happened. And at the end of it, Aaron went. Now, my experience of it remained for the next 2 or 3 days. So although Aaron wasn't channeling or speaking or focused through me, my inner senses had been heightened to such a degree that my experience was very broad. So I was able to really tune into other lives of anybody that I met, their purpose. When I was doing healing, I was able just to tune straight into what their ailment and the cause of it was. It was really an astounding experience in terms that I was getting much more information about anything I wanted to know about. Now, over the years, just to say that when we did the recording and we played it back, so Steve played it back to me, then all Steve's questions were on this tape recorder, but none of Aaron's answers were on it, which was a little bit freaky at the time. But essentially, so from that point, which was, 20 years ago, something like that, I began doing channeling once a week in the center. And it's always been a very strong interest of mine. I've always felt Aaron around all of my life. And I feel it's part of my own development in order to do this. And so I've never really made it that public. I've never put it online or anything like that. I've been concerned with the quality of the material because I'm very clear about the nature of reality as I understand it. My own experiences from an out-of-body experiences are very clear what's happening, and I've proven to myself time and a million times actually how this place works. And so I bumped into a body material called the Seth material after that experiences with Aaron that tallied with what my experiences and what Aaron was saying. And so I really want to make sure that the connection that I have is providing the best material as possibly can. So it will develop over time, and it will get more different. And the information, I can sense there's a whole bank of information there available that is Aaron and all the personalities consciousness that are involved in this project. And so I'm hoping over time then that will develop. Well, I know over time that will develop. And so what we're going to do is I originally thought, I wanted to do this for a while. I originally thought that what I'd have to do is have an audience. So I do it each week now on Zoom with a few people on Zoom. But I thought, I've got to have an audience. And today I was making a cup of tea and I could feel Aaron around and say, right, let's do this thing. And I said to him internally, well, what about an audience? And he said he would provide one. So I could immediately sense other personalities kind of come in, if you like. So I thought, okay, there's the audience, there's the extra energy that I might need. Because it's not really about Aaron's need, of course, it's about mine to allow myself to relax more. And so Aaron came through for 15 minutes. I just made a recording, and that'll be recording one, essentially, on this part of the channel. So I'll make a playlist with, it'll say Aaron channeling. So if you've got any questions or comments or anything like that, please post them below this or that video. I'm open to answering questions, as he is. I mean, it's quite a challenge, and it's something that I'd be really interested in exploring. So if you have any questions, please do ask them, please do comment. Aaron is very sociable and likes to engage with people as well. So that's really part of the whole thing. So that's it. So I'm going to kind of take a leap, and I'm going to put this out onto YouTube, and there'll be more channelings coming. And again, it will develop over time. I'm sure it will. Right now, it just sounds like my voice, but when I'm doing it, my experience of it, it definitely doesn't feel like me at all. It's very, very different to how I feel right now. Again, my awareness seems to be out, and this other awareness seems to come straight through the middle. And Aaron has provided over the years material that I had not been aware of at all consciously. So I'm very confident that we're really getting somewhere. So that's it. I hope you enjoy the channeling. As I said, it's a bit of a leap of faith for me, but I'm going to do it. Look out for that part of the playlist, and comment, and any questions are welcome. That's it. Have a great day, and remember, you're a beautiful multidimensional being. Take care.